Hello everyone, welcome to Gyan Mimansa. In today's video, we will be discussing the UPSC CSE strategy for 2022. Civil Service Examination 2022 की strategy for 18 months. It's April 2021 and the mains of CSE 2022 is going to be held in September 2022. So let's have a look at a basic strategy, what you can do and what you should do to be fully prepared in 18 months, including the revision, answer writing practice, and the strategy part. We will be discussing how you can cover all these things. So let's start with the syllabus. In the description box, I'll be putting the videos and the links of the videos where we have done the videos on the various syllabus and how to start and what is the notification timing in the beginner's guide and the syllabus of prelims and mains, all the 4 subjects. How to choose optional, I'll be making another video and will be uploading soon. So after you have gone through those videos, that is when you know the whole syllabus and when you have decided your optional, so I recommend that you do this all by the April end. So by April end, what you need to do is you need to remember, or you need to memorize the whole syllabus, PT and mains. The video description will be put in the description box, video links. And you need to decide the optional. There will be a video on how to decide the optional soon. So you can watch that and decide your optional. Okay. And make up your mind that for next 18 months you will give your 100%, so that by in the 2022 attempt it may be your first and the best attempt, because remember, first attempt is the best attempt always, and 18 months is about the right time in which you can qualify the UPSC examination. So let's start. So for this, I would recommend that you generally study 8 hours a day. Divide it 8 to 9 hours a day and divide it into 4 parts. Okay, 4 to 5 parts maybe. Okay. So what you need to do is you need to start, for example, you start from mid-April. So you need to devote around 3.5 hours for your optional and 3.5 hours for GS and 1.5 to 2 hours for newspaper. So to start with, this much is good enough. What you need to do is you need to make a schedule. For example, if you start mid-April, half day for 6 months, that is till mid-October, you need to complete your option. That is 180 days into, as we talk, 3.5 hours a day, and this is doable. So in 180 days, 3.5 hours a day, what you need to do is you will be reading the optional for around 2.5 hours and 1 hour for notes making and a brief revision. So in a day, if you are devoting 3.5 hours, you can definitely complete your optional in 180 days. And you need to divide your day, as I told you, in like 5 parts. You need to put on in 5 sittings: 2 hour, 2 hour, 1.5, 1.5, and 1.5, around 8.5 hours. You can divide your day in these 5 slots. In 1 2-hour slot, you will be studying your optional, and in 1.5 hour slot, you will be revising it and making the notes. In another 2-hour slot, you will be taking up one subject. Another 1.5 hour, you will be revising that subject, and another 1.5 hour, you can give for the newspaper. Remember, newspaper reading is the must. Maybe you read the Hindu, or maybe you go for Indian Express. Don't rely on magazines totally. Newspaper reading is must. Every civil servant, even after becoming a civil servant, they will be reading the newspaper. So you cannot rely on a magazine, because they don't want anyone who is just going and cramming the news, cramming whatever is going on in the world and just writing. They need someone who is aware, and awareness comes from the newspaper. So as we talked, till mid-October, optional completed. In these 6 months, and more than that, we will be studying the GS part. Okay, and the GS syllabus, the video is already there. The link will be in the description box, and I'll be telling you which subject you can start, and you can just modify it a bit, and you can also put it in the comment box if you're facing any issue, and you can also email me at info@gyanmimansa.com. info@gyanmimansa.com. It is here, Gyan Mimansa. For any queries, you can email me here, and you can also put in the comment box. So for the GS, I would suggest you start with polity, and the book list is also there. But okay, let me tell you, Lakshmikant, it takes around 60 days into 2 hours to complete, plus 1.5 hours to revise. So if from mid-April till mid-June, you will complete your polity. Then next GS, you can start with your modern history. It will take around 25 to 30 days. Like it be 30 days. Spectrum you can read. So from mid-June till mid-July, you will complete this spectrum for modern history. Then you can start with ancient and medieval history for around 30 days again. So till mid-August, you can complete your ancient and medieval. And then the art and culture part till again 30 days till mid-September. So by mid-September, you will be done with polity and all the 3 parts of history. Okay. And then take a month till mid-October and revise polity plus history, all the 3 parts. So by mid-October, you will be done with the revision of polity and history, all the parts, and you will be done with your optional. Now, from mid-October till 31st Jan. Now you can reduce your work on optional from 3.5 hours to 2 hours for revision, notes completion, and answer writing. So try to practice past 10 years paper, means for optional, that is 10 into 2, 20 papers, and each paper has around 28 questions. So 560 questions there are in past 10-year papers. So in these around 3.5 months, that is 105 days, try to write 2 to 3 questions a day. That is 1 hour for writing and 1 hour for revision. So it would be around, you will be have written 300 answers. Okay, even if you write less than 250 answers by 31st of Jan for the optional. On the other hand, now you are left with 1.5 hours extra for GS. 1.5 hour for newspaper is going on, and now for GS you are having 5 hours. Okay, in the same schedule. For these 3.5 months, what you are going to do, you are going to put 1 hour for revision of GS and 4.5 hours for new subject, that is economics. It will take around 75 days, 4.5 hour revision, like 2.5 hour of class, or your, either you can take a class or self study, whatever you do, and 2 hours of notes making and, and revision same day. So in 4.5 hours, we are going to complete the economy by in 75 days, that is by 31st of December. Now it comes the January. By 31st January, you need to complete your geography, GS part, and around 3.5 hours a day. And in remaining 1.5 hour for the GS, you can revise. Sorry, you you start your this internal security. Done. Now by 31st January, you are done with your optional, and you have revised the optional and written some answers. From February 1st, you need to increase your time for 10 hours a day from previous 8.5 hours, and you can manage it into 1.5 hours, 4 slots, that is 6 hours, and 2 into 2, 4 hours, that is 6 slots total, and 10 hours a day. You can give that this much. What you are going to do is, from February 1st till February end, that is 28th February, you need to come in 1.5 hour slot. You need to complete your uh, international relation. In another 1.5 hour slot, you are going for newspaper, that you are going again. In another 1.5 hour slot, you are going to revise geography that you did in January. In 2 hour slot one, you will start ethics. In 1.5 hour slot, you will revise ethics, and in 1 2 hour slot, you will start environment. From February 1st till 15th of March, you will complete all these things. Here with international relation, it won't take that much time, so you will be also taking society and social issues in 1.5 month, like 25 days for this and 20 days for this. By 15th March, you will be done with newspaper, 1.5 hours daily, your optional, your GS all parts, and GS1 revision also, because as I told you, okay. And this, the schedule, I'll be putting the PDF on my Telegram channel also. If you want, you can note down and join my Telegram channel, that is Gyan Mimamsa AWP. So this is my Telegram channel. I'll be putting the link in the description box for this also. The channel name is GYAN Gyan MIMANSA Mimamsa AWP. So in this channel, we will be practicing answer writing also, and the whole schedule, the PDF format, I'll be uploading in that channel tomorrow itself. So you can download it from there also. So by 15th March, we are done with our whole preparation one time with a brief revision. Okay. Now the prelims would be around June end. So there is a 100 days prelims strategy, revision strategy, that is again available on this channel. I'll be putting the description link in the description box for this also. This video I had uploaded recently, and the strategy would more or less would be the same. And right now we can not talk for that much long, so at that time I'll be putting another strategy video, but this would be the link would be in the description box for whatever we have till now. After the prelims, there would be around 85 days for mains, In these 85 days, what you need to do is you need to write a lot of answers. When you write a lot of answers, what you need to do is you need to join a test series, some test series or some anything free there may be and anything, but you need to get them evaluated. Okay, and on my channel Gyan Mimansa AWP, I am evaluating right now all the answers for free. I'm not giving any test series. I'm just providing a few questions. I'll start providing few questions soon, and I'll be evaluating all of them for free. So just you can join that also. For 2022, I'll be starting from around mid-April answer writing sessions. Okay. I'll be also putting video on how to write good answers, and I'll be providing some question on the channel, and you can write and upload, and I will evaluate. Okay. So after the prelims, you need to join test series for both optional and GS. For GS, I recommend at least 8 tests. Every paper, 2 tests. So 8. For optional, I recommend generally 6 tests at least. Paper 1 part A 1 test, paper 1 part B 1 test, paper 2 part A 1 test, paper 2 part B 1 test, and paper 1 full test 1 and paper 2 full test 1. So total 6 tests for this optional and 8 for your GS. Total 14 tests, and there are 14 weeks in between pre and mains. So in these 14 weeks, you can write 14 tests. That is one test every week, and you are done, along with daily answer writing practice. So for this, again, you can join Gyan Mimansa AWP for answer writing practice, and it will be starting from April 15th itself. So you can join as soon as possible on the Telegram channel. Okay. So this was basically a basic strategy which includes till 15th March, like till 15th October, optional completed, until 31st Jan, one revision and note video of optional. Until 15th March, GS completed with one revision. And then after 15th March, 100-day strategy where you can go for 3 revisions for prelims. And newspaper from April 2021 till September 2022, 1.5 hours a day. So this much if you are doing, then and you are good at answer writing, so you will definitely qualify. And for this, you can, if you have any query, just email me on my email ID info@gyanmimansa.com. I'm repeating it multiple times, and I'll be also putting it in the description box. Now, how to manage your time? What should be your daily schedule? So for like in initial phase, when we are going for 8.5 hours till 31st January, there is one schedule, and then for 10 hours when we go from 31st January till September. So you can take a few breaks also. First thing is that try to take half a day break every week. Whatever recreational activity you are interested in, playing, going for a movie, roaming around, whatever you can take. And you can take, if you are not taking a weekly off, so go out like 2 to 3 days per month you can take off. Like if you are going out every 2 months, then take a good vacation, 5 to 6 days, and then come back and study well. So every month you have 2 to 3 days where you can enjoy, and that is also necessary, because if after recreational activity you can come with double energy. Okay. So daily, whatever time you wake up, study in small slots. For like 8.5 hours, there are 5 slots, 1.5 hour 3 slots, and 2 hours 2 slots. So it is around 8.5 hours. Slot 1, first slot you can revise your optional of the previous day. Second slot, do your GS. Third slot, go for newspaper. Fourth slot revise your GS, and fifth slot your optional. These 5 slots, along with a good amount of break, you need to take at least 30 minutes break between 2 slots, and no slot should be less than 1.5 hours. If you sit once, at least complete 1.5 hour slot, because any topic, it will take some time, and when you leave topic in between and you start it again, you have to go back and start. That way you waste some time. So 30 minutes break between any 2 sessions. And what other things you need to do? 7 hours of sleep, at least 40 to 45 minutes exercise, 3 to 4 liters of water, healthy diet with fruits, healthy diet with fruits, milk. This should be diet pattern: good diet, good rest, good amount of water, and good exercise. All these, for example, if you count all these, then it would be around 10 hours a day, including your sleep. Okay, and then, for example, 2 hours for your eating and anything, 8.5 hours for your studies, and then again it would be 10 hours at a later stage. Still you will have 2 hours, 2 to 3 hours for your recreation. Try to avoid social media. Okay, try to stay away from the technology, because although technology is needed, you will be needing to visit some websites, official websites and things, but don't engage too much. Rely more on books and newspaper, and don't rely much on external contents. Rely on your teachers or your mentors. If you are not taking any classes, rely on your mentor. If you are taking classes, rely on your teachers, books and newspaper. These are the authentic sources. Okay, and don't waste too much time on social media and things. So even if you have these 2-3 hours, if you want, then you can use social media, you can go out for playing or anything. So this is basically one strategy that we talked about. Okay, so if you have any query, the links will be in the description box. The link for the syllabus of how to start the syllabus for prelims GS 1, 2, 3, 4, and the link for 100-day strategy will be in the description box. Okay, and any query, just put in the description box or email me. So this is it for today. Have a nice day. Thank you.